Good morning, all. A viewer was asking how I make my money. Sorry. Well, the answer to that is contractor. I do handyman work. I do home improvements, kitchen remodels, baths. Do all kinds of stuff like that. Repairs on houses. I find scrap on the street, of course, when I'm driving around. So this morning I'm going to go install a wall oven, if everything's right with it, because I don't know, because I didn't measure it and I didn't order the oven. But it was shipped yesterday, so they'll return it tomorrow. If need be, they'll call today to get it returned. So, but that's not on me. They measured, so should be good. Usually it is. Knock on wood, 90% of the time it is. But I measure before I even take it out the box or anything, and make sure everything's going to fit. Then I cut it, take that out, put the new one in, obviously. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow I have a bigger job starting where I will be doing a bunch of work in a house and eventually doing a bathroom and a full kitchen. Not so much a whole bathroom, just a tub area, and moving a sink around and making it a double sink. So that'll be starting soon, but before that he's got a bunch of little stuff I gotta take care of, small repairs and such. I will see you guys when I get to this house and we'll get the wall oven in. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you for everyone who has and everyone's commented. Thank you very much. Love it. Okay, so I'm leaving that job. This is what I do for a living. I'll show you the back of the truck. I installed a wall oven. I do them by myself. You can use a hydraulic table lift. You can just lift them. It's really up to you. Works real well. I just made $400 doing it, and hey. Okay, so I just left that job. I couldn't record in the house, and I'm not going to disrespect people. I'll show you the truck afterwards. The people have cameras all over the outside and everything, so I'll show you the back of the truck. I just installed that wall oven. It's 11 now with cleanup and everything. I got there at like 9:40. I installed it, and in an hour and a half I charged $400 with disposal. And that's how I get my scrap in, most of my scrap at least. I also have a humidifier and a dehumidifier, in the back, which I got off of a person on the street yesterday. Not yesterday, day before yesterday. Going to another job. So that's where I get my scrap. That's what I do. I'll show you the back of the truck in a little bit. Thank you guys. There it is, the back of my truck after doing that wall oven. Like I said, I charge $400 to do these guys. The main thing you're going to look out for is the size and all, but we'll go over that later. But that's where I get my scrap. There it is. I'll peel this guy out of here, bring it around back, and we'll go from there. Alright, that's everything back here in the shed. So here's the shed. That's the new wall oven. I'm going to take the goodies out, the copper and stainless for the burners because it's electric, and probably the panel and stuff, and if there's any stainless on it, obviously I'll take that off. I'm going to check the doors. Sometimes these are easy to get off, sometimes they're hard, sometimes these are stainless, and sometimes they're not. These ones are mostly glass. The rest of it's just going to be steel, but sometimes these fronts are stainless, so that's always nice. Now, like I was saying before, the main thing you want to look at when doing these guys, and there's the dehumidifier I got, is the size. You want to make sure you got the cutout size, cutout opening right, and the size of the oven the right size before you open it. That's the main thing. As long as that's right, they go in pretty easy. They're just heavy. A little bit of electrical knowledge and you can get these guys in and out pretty simple. So I'm not going to take apart the dehumidifier just because the guy told me that it's got a simple error code in it. We're going to try and get that bad boy to work in a video maybe. If we can't, we're going to scrap it out obviously. But if it's just a stupid sensor, why not? Let's see if we can get the thing running and resell it. Somebody was asking how I make my money and scrap. Well, more along the lines where I get my scrap from. So that's one of the ways I get my scrap is from work. The other obviously is the street. I mean, these things are pretty simple to do. A little bit of advertising if you have to. I don't even advertise. Yes, I do get leads, but they're free. If you want to know, I'll go over that one day and teach you how I do everything. That's another story though. We're here to do a little scrapping. So I'll pull the goods out of this. I'm just going to peel the top off, pop its lid, peel it back, get the goods out, a little copper, probably some aluminum, definitely some stainless and copper though. The rest of it is what it is. I might get some other stuff out of there. We don't know until we crack them open. So let me get going here, and I'll be back in a little bit when I get this open and all the goods out. Okay, so I peeled the top back, and I was wondering why this thing weighed so much. Look at it all. 1, 2, 3 4 transformers. I'm guessing this thing's a microwave too. I have no clue. But it's got a capacitor on it. This thing's crazy. I'm going to have to discharge that because she knew. I just turned her off. Yeah, there's a magneto. This thing got a microwave in it. I didn't know this was a microwave too. So we got a bunch of good boards. I don't know if they're good or not. I mean, they're trash, but... I don't see anything on it, but we'll take it all out and we'll micro scrap it another time. So let me discharge this bad boy and get going here. I was wondering why it was so friggin' heavy. Well, there's more up in there. Look at that, that's crazy. That's a lot of punch packed in this little package. Alright, got her all gutted out up there in the pile with the rest of the steel shred. We're filling in nicely here. Like I said in the past, I'm going to bring it all over once I get this nice and full. That way I just load my trailer up once and take it over. Now, you see stainless, yes. It's got security screws. Torque security screws, which I have the set of bits, but they're in the garage and I don't feel like going and getting them right now. So I'll just pop that off another day when I'm in the garage. Not the big deal. And let's scan over what we got. Alright, just a warning. This is at least half aluminum. It looks like the other half might be copper. So there's that. Some aluminum on there, some brass, a bunch of transformers that are most likely copper. There should be a boards. Bunch of boards. Check this little board out. They might be gold-plated pins, so that's cool. You don't get that often. These guys here, these fans, like I showed before, this is aluminum. You got your copper in there. That's probably some kind of relay, it looks like. So that should come apart. That's some kind of little motor, little copper bearing, little piece of dirty stainless. And you got the stainless around there. I'm going to try and pop off a little piece of stainless on here. That's got rivets in it. It's got to come off. And then that'll be clean stainless. So yeah, that's a pretty good amount right there to scrap out. So we'll do some micro scrapping soon here. We'll get all this stuff in a bucket and I'll micro scrap this out one day when I have some more time. I don't have time to do all that today. I had enough time to take this apart and get everything loaded in there. Looking nice. And that I'm going to try and fix first because it might just be some stupid little sensor. So you know how it is. We'll fill these guys in and keep on going. I got the doors. These are stainless on here. But to be honest, with getting that all off, time-wise, it's like 50 cents to $1 worth of stainless. It's going to take me 20-30 minutes to get that stupid door apart because there's so many screws in it. This thing was a beast of a unit. I mean, it really heavy. It's a GE monogram. This thing is filled with bells and whistles and a ton of aluminum wire. So, and yeah, I got that one fan motor. I got to cut off the back there. Or try and get that off. I'm probably gonna need a pair of vice grips and a impact gun to get that off. And the rest of that's all just steel. And I want to cut the aluminum engine off that snow blower one day when I got the grinder out. I'll just whack that off real quick and get the aluminum off of that. Because that's all aluminum breakage. That's 35 cents a pound. I'm sorry, about 35 cents last time I checked. Could be less. I mean, if you really want to go crazy micro scrap and you cut all these little brass ends off the wires, dirty brass. But I mean, it's nothing that's going to make too much quick of money. But if you got the time, it's worth it. But anyway, I'm going to call that a day. And thank you. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everyone that has. Thank you for Scrapping Lou and everybody who's communicated with me and sent me some messages. And yeah, everybody that's, click the like and subscribe. Thank you very much. It helps the channel grow. We're a new channel, like I've said in the past, but we're growing kind of good here, it seems like. So I'm going to keep up with this stuff, and you guys keep hitting that like button, and I'll keep making videos. Thank you guys. I'll see you when I micro scrap out the rest of this stuff.